Freedom.
Talking Black Podcast.
Freedom over fame.
Talking Black Podcast.
Freedom over cycle stays the same.
Talking Black Podcast.
Yo, what's up? My name is Dante, and I'd like to welcome everybody to our first episode of Talking Black. Sitting to my left are my great co-hosts. I'm going to throw it to them so they can explain and let you know who the hell they are.
All right, y'all. My name is Jasmine. I am Jasmine Gale on Instagram. I am a full-time 9-to-5 government worker, but on my part-time, I love to style and...
Oh, me. Hey, y'all. I'm Courtney, Life Through Courtside on IG.
I didn't know we was dropping tags.
But she got like 10 tags.
No, I don't. Leave me alone. I just gave one. Why? Why, Lord? Can I do my intro?
that's why I wanted to sit right here. Keep it moving.
Anyways, I am a government contractor, but I do have 2 businesses. Since Ray want to throw them out there. Thank you. Go ahead. It's your turn.
I'm Ray. I'm also a government employee for this third world country. And I also own a property management company.
Respect. So since we dropped handles, I am at Donnie and SoFly on IG. All right. What we're going to do today is just talk about some current events and get some things off our mind. This podcast is pretty much just the 4 of us 4 millennials, giving us ourselves a platform to speak about how we feel about certain events. You might hear the word allegedly a lot because it's about our own opinions. And we just honestly don't give a fuck. All right. So the first topic we're going to kick off today, we're going to talk about why can't social circles mix? Like, have y'all experienced that?
You are the main reason.
Nah, you really are the main reason. Like, especially at my events.
Especially
I don't know
with
about
that
y'all
Trinity.
events, but at my events, you are the main reason why I can't mix. I can't mix.
How?
I think it's a black thing.
Is it?
Is it?
I do. I think it's with black people.
So white people mix all their friends together?
It's a black thing.
Oh.
Well, I don't run in white circles, so I
I
don't
only
know.
have one white friend, so.
I have white constituents, but I mean,
Constituents?
I don't understand why
running
I'm the
for
reason why our social circles can't mix.
Because your mouth.
So let me say this.
Respect.
I'm gonna say for me and my circle,
Yeah.
because we have been friends for all the 3 of us or the 4 of us, we've been friends for 25 plus years. So we have a lot of history. We have a lot of inside jokes.
Gotcha.
And so what I notice is a lot of jealousy. So if someone wishes they had like a certain relationship with me that they don't have, or they see me with Courtney and they're like, oh, you don't call me like you call Courtney. You don't talk to me like you talk to Courtney. You don't know the insides and out of me and Courtney's relationship. You don't know the insides and out of like me or you or whatever. So if someone's at my event and they see the way we act, like we cut up. We like to have fun. We have inside jokes. We got jokes about people who are there in their face. So it's like if you don't have that type of relationship, that jealousy was set in like, I want to be a part. I want to be a part of the situation.
And at the end of the day, it's just like, if you don't know Trudy, then get the fuck on.
Oh.
If you know somebody with a paralegic, we're
We're not doing this.
We're gonna laugh.
We're not doing this today because
It was a hypothetical paraplegic, though.
And this is how I lose friends because of y'all. And this is how I lose friends.
I think just you have different friends with different parts of your life, and it's not it's not purposely done, but one set of friends don't fit into that section of your life, so trying to put them together may not work. Some do, like Jasmine hangs out with my friends that I've had since middle school, and we get along fine. Yeah. But like my college friends, I haven't brought any of my college friends around my high school friends or my middle school friends, not purposely, just because it's never crossed my mind to do so.
So it wouldn't be an issue if your whole friend showed up at your Christian friend's cookout.
Yo, what?
No.
Oh, that's how I missed that.
I'm just
No, ain't nothing wrong with that because my cookouts are like that. My cookouts are like that.
Personally,
He
a
has
lot of the
saints and
hosts
sinners.
are the Christian
He
friends.
do it. He does have saints and sinners
The
at his
saints and
event,
sinners
but they're
at
always
his event.
segregated. If you notice,
They
we
do.
be in the garage and everybody else be in the house. You peep
That's
that?
true.
Why we always in the garage?
Because y'all sat down there.
You don't blame us, Ray. You don't like us in real life.
Y'all sat down there and ate crabs.
What else was I supposed to do? Mingle?
Yes.
All right, well,
That's the whole social circle thing.
I'm good.
I kind of agree.
I guess that's true,
I kinda
though.
agree with Courtney. You just have different friends for different shit.
I mean, that's life. You're gonna have different friends in all different stages of your life. You should be able to mix them if you need
But
to.
as adults, don't you think like we should just all be able to blend?
That's what I said. You should be able to blend them if you
should.
need to.
I mean, yeah.
I mean, it's not impossible, but
It's not impossible, but I need to study people first.
right.
What you studying about them? Let's dig into that. What are we studying?
Studying their trends, their habits. It says something I don't like. They talk too much, just don't shut up. People
But
do
those
that.
your friends.
But I'm just saying in general. I don't like everybody.
Well,
Well, I guess that's that on that.
So we're gonna move to the next.
Please, move
So
over.
pretty
there.
much, man, how has the pandemic been treating you, man?
Pandemic.
Not the spiritual home. You want to get it?
It treated me well.
You want to get it off your chest? Sis?
yeah, I'm good.
Come on, Sojourner.
Sojourner.
She hung like a
She's
slave.
doing like the little.
He said she got the Sojourner dress on.
She hung like a slave.
She
I didn't say-
did.
No, I did not say she had a
Like it's
Sojourner
heavy on her
dress
heart. It's weighing heavy on her heart right now.
I would
Let it
never
out,
say
The,
sis.
no, the pandemic, it's treating me well now. You know, in the beginning, it was a little rough.
What happened, sis?
Oh, I got a whole divorce, girl.
I
In
mean,
the pandemic. The pandemic
The pandemic.
showed me
The pandemic.
that I needed
that part.
Oh,
Pandemic.
it's planned.
This was planned.
That part.
Yes, but
It goes with the whole third world
it
country
showed
stuff.
me I needed to live
Yeah, because
my
the
best
U.S.
life.
is ghetto.
The
The
U.S.
U.S. is
ghetto
very
as hell.
ghetto, and I didn't
It's beyond
realize
ghetto.
how ghetto it was until me and Ray went to Dubai.
Yeah, we're treated like second class citizens here.
I mean, Dubai don't like women that much neither.
I
so-
enjoyed myself thoroughly. That I wanted to
Dubai
move.
was amazing.
I wanted to move there. I'm good. I wanted to move. So I don't know.
I don't know.
I think
I
that
think
I would move to another
The pandemic
country.
treated me okay. Honestly, I got a new job during the pandemic. Became more financially stable during the pandemic.
I did save more money. Amen.
Yes.
Amen
I
to the
also-
savings.
And so I got my shirt on because I am financially free.
Exactly. Found out who were real friends during the pandemic. I don't think like the pandemic showed me, which is something that I already know. You don't have to talk to somebody every day to be considered a friend. Like, I think that's so fucking childish. Yeah, we can go weeks without talking, and I understand that you're still the fuck okay. Like, that shit blows me. I'm not a 13-year-old that needs to, text you all throughout the course of the day and every single day of the fucking week. Like, get the fuck over it. Go live. Do something. You know what I'm saying? Walk. Go to a park. Shit. So I think the pandemic, like, that alone time was glorious. Like, I'm my own fucking best friend at times. So that
You
being
don't have
alone,
no kids, so I ain't have no alone time.
No, I don't want no grandkids.
I was stuck in the house with them kids.
I enjoyed the alone time during the pandemic, but it gets boring. That's the reason why I bought a house.
Oh, I'm bored. Let me go buy a house.
Really,
What?
that's how.
Rich people problem.
If the
because who does that?
if the pandemic wasn't here, I wouldn't have gotten a house.
Clearly, we bored differently.
Right.
I was bored.
because-
I was bored sitting in my house. I was like, I don't want to live
get
here no more.
bored, you buy a house. I
I
get
get
bored, I play the PlayStation.
Right, that's what I'm saying. I get bored of
I
downloading
was at
games.
your house at the time.
I was tired of sitting in the house. I was like, I don't want to live here no more.
Oh,
Okay, well.
must be nice.
So for me, if I had to sum up the pandemic, or at least these last 2 years in one word, it will probably be transformation, because 2020 was hell. Like, literally, I was like stripped down to nothing.
Yeah.
And I suffered anxiety and depression for the first time during that space. But I also found some happiness in there because, yes, I did get a new job. I found my pandemic prince.
Oh,
And so I am
turn
good.
up, turn up.
I am good right now.
The pandemic was depressing though. I work in a hospital part time.
How was that, Ray?
No, that's facts. Like, how was that?
It
And then
was
the type of-
depressing. You got people coming in every day, coughing, sneezing. You can't do nothing but work.
I mean, you literally was working.
We get no bonuses,
Oh.
no extra
No
money,
hazard pay.
no hazard pay, no nothing.
I did feel for people that worked in the hospital,
The healthcare
or
Narco-
just people that
industry.
lost loved ones in general, because I didn't have to deal with that. I just got COVID in December from our engineers pandemic party. Yeah, you.
Pandemic.
Oh, I had a blast.
But a good time.
But I definitely got COVID from your party.
But did you
But
die?
that's the fact that you did not die. That's it.
I definitely got COVID from that party.
I didn't get
I
COVID till
actually-
this year, so I made it
COVID-free.
all the way through.
I got COVID at the end of 2021 when I was working at T-Mobile. And yeah, I thought I was gone.
I got COVID January of this year from my daughter bringing it home from school.
Thank God I'm COVID free.
That shit ain't no joke.
Nah, it's not.
Hey, COVID's fucking real.
Honestly, I probably had COVID and just didn't know I
Didn't
had
know.
COVID.
Yeah.
I think everybody had COVID.
Possibly.
All I
'cause you
had was the
remember,
stuffy nose.
It was
I
a
didn't
point in
feel
time where
anything.
everybody had like this little cough that was going on and shit. They
Not
probably
the
was dropping that motherfucker from them chemtrails.
I feel like I
But I'm
did
not
when
gonna
it
get
first
on no
started.
conspiracy shit. We're not gonna do that. We're not gonna
My computer.
Got that vid.
Make sure you lean.
get them. All right.
I could show.
I mean, pretty much that's what it is. But on another serious note,
Yes.
all these school shootings, all these mass shootings that's taking place, like, where does that put you guys at mentally?
Terrified because I have kids.
Third world country.
Yeah. I don't. It's hard to think about because it's like, how does someone mentally get into a space to say, I'm going to go to a school where like the most innocent human being on this earth,
Yeah.
and you're just going to go shoot them dead? Like, that has to be some type of mental health issue.
I agree.
Like, you have to be suffering from some type of mental health issue.
The thing that kind of like tricks me about that is the fact that when we were growing up, like, I felt like the bully, the person that was hurting you, was the person that we went and fucked up. It wasn't, oh, Courtney's picking on me, so I'm gonna punch Renard in the face. Like, that shit doesn't make sense to me at all.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So if they talk about you or you have that much built up in you, man, go. Not saying that I'm advocating violence in that way, but go fuck up them. You know, don't
Not
go mess up,
everybody.
Yeah.
mess up these schools with these little children, man. Like, shit is senseless, man. Senseless. Ray, what do you feel about that, man?
I don't really have any opinion. I think it's just horrible. Like, this is nothing else to say because it's never going to end.
Gun? Anybody own guns?
Not
I'm
yet.
terrified.
I do.
I want one.
I am a gun owner.
I
You're
think
a gun owner? I've been your friend for how many? I never knew that.
she.
You don't need to know.
I think everybody who owns a house should have a gun.
And that's what people tell me. They're like, okay, you live alone, you should have a gun. I even went to a gun range to try to get over my fear.
That's why I got a gun. When Kennedy's dad and I broke up and me and Kennedy were on our own, the first thing I did was go purchase a gun.
Yeah.
It's legal. Yes, sir.
Well, I'll reserve that comment for after show. Have you ever had to use your firearm?
No, not on anyone. I've used it, at the range, but no, I haven't had to shoot anyone, thankfully.
That's a blessing.
That's a blessing.
I mean, it is. I mean, you put your situation
That's a
where you use it.
Yeah, amen.
That changes
Amen.
a lot of things.
I definitely had a cat burglar, and I thought, I need
First off, it is 2020.
You said a cat burglar.
Who the fuck says cat burglar? What the fuck? That's like saying it's cold outside. Give me my toboggan. Like, no, bitch, give me my hat. Like,
So what term was I supposed to use?
somebody was trying to rob you.
Say a burglar.
But they wasn't trying to rob me. It was a cat burglar.
You said a cat burglar. That's like me calling a prostitute a flapper. Like, we don't.
You know
use
what?
those
I'm not doing this with you
terms
today.
anymore.
Let her be great with her cat burglar.
I'm just saying.
I'm a cat. Like, I like to see it's like.
I'm done. Next up, because I'm not doing this with him today.
I'm just saying, fuck it. Cat
Why?
burglar.
What is this?
A cat burglar.
She sound like a cat.
Wow. So, with this with the shootings that have taken place, us still being in the middle of this panorama, right?
Wait, what?
Pandemic.
In this panorama.
The panorama.
So, how do we feel? Like, how is everyone's mental health?
I definitely started therapy.
I was in
too.
therapy pre-pandemic, so I was good.
I definitely started going to therapy.
So, we're beyond the stigma that black people don't have to not have therapists.
I think people
We should be.
I think all black people should go to therapy.
Every single one?
Yes.
Okay.
I think that we don't talk about it enough. I don't think we talk about. I think it's starting to become a topic now, but I don't think we talk about it enough because social media is such a platform where everybody's just showing off and showing like their happy life. I don't think people talk about enough to say, hey, today I'm not okay.
Yeah.
My today is not okay.
Absolutely.
And I had some days where I never suffered from depression or anxiety. And so when my emotions were so up and down, I was thankful to have like, you know, my man and my family that was just kind of working with me, but I didn't know what was wrong with me. Like I didn't know why my emotions were so off the wall. And then like I was talking to one of my friends and they're like, hey, do you think you're depressed? And I was like, what? Like, cause you in your mind you don't think you don't think about it if you've never experienced it. And so once I started going to therapy, I literally called her. I mean, she can speak her own truth, but I know she suffers from depression and she has, you know, up and down for a while. But I literally called her and was like, hey, friend, I love you because I'm on my own and I don't even know how you're doing this. How are you getting up every day, not only taking care of yourself, but taking care of your kids? She has 3 kids, taking care of your kids. Like, you're a strong Black woman. Like, forget the Black woman. You're a strong woman, period.
Yeah.
Because I'm barely surviving for myself. And then I have people that love and care about me, and I know they're like, well, what is going on with her? Like, I had just started a relationship at that time, and I'm like, he's like, yo, what is going on? Like, he really came to me and was like, what is going on with you? And I did not know. So for her to have kids, or for you to be married with kids, or just have a family in general, and you're suffering from depression, like, talk about it, speak about it, because I do things every day to make sure my mental health is in a good place.
So let's talk about those things. What are we doing to protect mental health? Like, I know I'm a person, I'm big on energy. So I'm constantly listening to music to put me in the right frame of mind. I'm always taking personal time out for myself. So if I have to wake up and start my day at 7, I'm usually up at around like 6. You know, I take half an hour just to sit there and collect my thoughts. I mean, you can call it meditating, you can call it manifestation, you can call it whatever you want, but it's just that personal time for myself, just to make sure that I'm mentally clear about moving forward. So what are some of the things that you all do?
For me, work out every day.
Yeah.
Boxing. I started boxing during the pandemic. My morning meditation, getting on the airplane. Traveling is actually therapeutic for me.
It is.
Getting on Southwest.com website and buying a ticket is very therapeutic for me.
Yeah, I buy shoes. Yeah, so
That too.
So, yeah.
buying shoes.
But definitely self-care, learning to put myself first, because I was putting everybody else before myself. So self-care, traveling, going, you know, trips are everything. Just taking the time out for me. Music is also therapy. I made myself a little outdoor oasis on my patio, so when the kids go to bed, I sit outside on the patio and just contemplate the day.
Yes, that part.
So
That part.
I'm not a.
That part.
It is what it is.
So I don't smoke, right?
But that's
I have had
Man.
edibles, and I've been, you know, in a place like that. But I've drunk, but I'm not a person that drinks to the point to get drunk, because first off, that shit is nasty.
It is. I agree.
I can't drink like I
beer
used to
tastes the
anymore.
way urine smells. If you can get that or not.
Ew.
That's what it tastes
It
like.
smells.
It tastes the way
Right.
urine smells. That's what I get. Liquor, I mean, shot here and there is cool, but yeah, for the most part, I mean,
I definitely got medical marijuana for my anxiety and depression and health. And like, especially when everything was shut down, they were like, "Oh, stay in the house." I was outside. With her in her oasis with her man, ordering food, just talking, like,
yeah.
Definitely.
just talking. And I think for me, I'm like, Ray, every morning I have to get up, I have to meditate, I have to pray, I'll have dance parties in my dining room, crank me some 90s R&B and dance it out.
Best music of all time.
Man, I'll journal, I'll work out.
Moesha?
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
Oh, the Moesha sound. The Moesha journal sound.
Yeah. Look at that shit. But you did say that you pray, which leads us into our next, you know, topic of discussion, which is the difference between religion and spirituality. So would you say that you're more so a religious person or a spiritual person? If I could throw it, I'm more of a spiritual person than I am a religious person.
To this day, I have to say I'm more spiritual now than religious.
Yeah.
I never really knew how to answer a question like that because I've always went to church.
Right,
But
right.
I think it's also about your relationship.
Yeah.
But I also think getting a word in every once in a while is good too.
I was definitely the religious kid. My grandmother had us in church Sunday through Saturday, Bible study, vacation Bible school, everything. And as I got, it's too much. As I got older, and could see these church folks for who they really were, I kind of moved away from it. And I do see myself as more spiritual, but I do still hold on to my faith a little bit, even though me and the man upstairs is, at odds right now. But
why do you feel like you guys are at odds?
because my mama's not here.
I mean, I understand that, but I feel like I watch you like when it's her birthday or when it's Mother's Day struggle on that day, right? And so do you think that is something that's underlined that you either haven't forgave yourself about her passing, or it's something that you're holding on to that you wish that you can resolve? Is that why you are holding on to those feelings? Because she's been gone for a while. And so I cannot even fathom losing a mother because I'm not there. But what I'm saying is, like, I also know other people who lost their parents, and yeah, they'll say like, they'll go out to dinner, or they'll commemorate the day, or they'll commemorate their parents in some way. But I physically will watch you in some type of pain. And so I always wondered, is it because that you're holding on to something, or you have some like unresolved issue about it?
I don't feel like I'm holding on to anything anymore. I mean, I was those first couple of years, most definitely. But I've let go, and it could be some underlying thing that maybe it's subconsciously holding me back, but I can't say, oh no, it's this one particular thing that I'm holding on to.
I don't think you have to say that. I mean, I think that's the dynamic that we struggle with. A lot of people want to put a timeline on grief, and grief is just something that is an individual struggle for every single person. I lost my aunt in 2020, and y'all know how close my family is. And that was a really, really tough situation that we had to go through.
Yeah.
So much so that I felt like my grieving process took place during her transition. So when she finally transitioned, I was able, I guess, to
More prepared.
see it and be more of a pillar for my family in certain ways. So I think, everybody just grieves a little bit differently. Like when I lost my dog, I cried like a baby.
I know, and that's why I kept checking on you, because I'm like, I didn't even see you.
I was like hurt, like fucked up, and sometimes it still catches me because I come home and I want to,
that grown ass man.
see that dog,
Yeah, he was a grown man.
That was a grown ass man.
First off, he was a grown ass.
He's a puppy.
Like,
He's a puppy.
he should have been on y'all, tax refund.
He should have been, because he ate
was
enough
grown.
for it.
Yeah, he was
So,
grown.
I think everybody just grieves just a little bit differently. Lord knows the day. He calls Lisa Anderson home. He might have to call me home.
Listen, that's why I said I can't even fathom, and I haven't lost anybody that big, so I haven't dealt with loss like she has, or like Renard has, because I even remember, I've been with Renard when he lost his grandfather, and seeing him in that space like made me lose it. I don't think I ever told him that, but because she's my friend and I love her, that's what I was wondering, because I've seen her go through her ups and downs. Even when her mom was here, I've seen her go through her ups and downs. So I was always wondering, like, okay, is it something that she hasn't forgave herself about? Is that why when Mother's Day comes around, or when her birthday comes around, like, she's not in a good place? And I don't want that for her.
Yeah.
So
I totally get that. So
yeah.
I mean, I see how that goes. But that was depressing as fuck.
I mean, but you got to talk
It's
about
real.
stuff like
It's
that.
a real life
It is.
issue.
It is
It's
real.
definitely a real life issue.
Because if something is going on with her, and so I don't think we realize how much childhood trauma affects us.
Yeah.
And so it shows up in many different ways. And for me, I always thought like I don't have my father in my life. So in my I always like saw women who didn't have their dads, and I'm just like, okay, how can I make sure I don't have daddy issues? But as much as I tried to fight against it, I found myself in a relationship where a mirror is being held to me. And I had to fix a lot of things that I didn't realize that was affecting me, from whether it was relationships with my mother or like just healing from my father not being there. So that's why I was asking her, because that can play into mental health issues.
I agree. Relationship issues.
Or relationship issues. Like it just shows
Absolutely.
up in many different ways. So that's why I was asking her that question. You know what I'm saying?
You hit on something when you talk about like fathers not being alive, but we'll save that for another podcast.
Yes. Because that's
a whole session.
That's a whole nother situation. Like,
So kind of like end on a lighter note, right? We all like music, right? So what are 2 songs that like you constantly listen to, probably like every day?
Ooh, I was just listening to it in the car, so I can go first. It's
ahead.
Mary J. Blige, Everything.
First off.
If y'all play that, I will give y'all a whole entire concert right here in this studio, because that is my song. That and Music Soul Child Love.
Okay. All right.
I can't name 2 songs, but I have my spurts where every day is a different artist I just want to listen to all day. Like today, everything was Chris Brown today. The day before yesterday, everything was Anita Baker. Before that,
Yes,
Kirk
Auntie
Franklin.
Rita.
That's how I am.
That's all TikTok
I
on
listen
Anita
to the
last night.
artists. So last week it was like all Kirk Franklin. What you looking for? That is a song that I've been playing a lot lately. That's my song.
What you looking for?
What you looking for?
Okay.
I know why you're looking
I was somewhere else. I was like, what you looking for? What you looking for?
That's a classic. And then the week before that, Melodies from Heaven. And then the week before that was Aretha Franklin.
It was the shoulders.
Anita Baker. So I have like I'll listen to the whole artist discography, if you will.
That's what I do.
will,
Every
yes.
day it's always somebody different.
That's pretty cool. I've never done that before.
No, I get in those spurts, but I think every day, like Tevin Campbell, Can We Talk? Finds its way
It
on
finds
my
its
radio.
way
That-
on your
and
playlist.
It does. And for like the last like month and a half, because I'm a thug, my Trick Daddy has been playing. Has been playing on my
His sister, when we was growing up, it was the cutest thing I ever saw. Like, we was sitting at the dining room table and playing Uno. I remember it was like yesterday. We sitting at the dining room playing Uno. And I don't even remember how old Jay was. But she was like this little girl. She was like, like she was just singing a song.
I mean,
like,
it was a hot track.
Took me out. Took me out.
He is so swollen now. Y'all see
Yeah,
how he look?
I mean, he has
He has lupus. I never knew what was
I didn't know
wrong
what
with
he
him.
had. I
has
just know he was
lupus.
peeling.
He looked swollen though.
Goodbye, Dante.
Cocaine and lupus don't mix.
They don't
They
mix.
don't at all.
And his body is telling him that.
Cocaine is a hell of a drug.
Okay, with me.
Okay, I have a cocaine
I mean,
question.
not with me.
Not a cocaine
No, I do.
What are we doing?
Because I work in the emergency room. Yes. Where do people get cocaine from? I never went to anybody. Heard anybody say, "Can I get that coke?"
Listen, I know people.
No, remember we was
I've
in
never-
Vegas?
I know people.
That man walked up to us and asked us. You didn't even remember because
remember
I
that.
told him go away.
I know
He
people.
wa-
I'm telling you.
Yeah, he was white. And
that's
he
not
walked
about
up
to
to
say
her. Now
do
he was
what?
like, "Yeah, I got that coke weed."
Oh no!
I was like, "No, sir, we don't do that. Walk away."
What I've noticed
We don't do
is,
that.
You see them people that wear them chains that have like them like small little spoons.
Oh,
Yes,
and
they got
those
coke in
are
that.
those are coke bumps. So
Yeah.
they'll take it and they'll hit it real quick and they get on their way. I started seeing a lot of people with them chains. So coke is more prevalent than what we know.
Okay, but where people get PCP from?
Listen, I don't want to lean.
I want
Now
to
the drug
know.
dealer sell it, don't they? Yeah, the drug dealer sell it. And I feel like,
I don't want to do nothing that's gonna make me get butt naked and I don't know about it.
wait a minute. But
what's
I heard that, shout out to Straight Talk No Chase. I was listening to their podcast yesterday and they was talking about how Johnny Depp's wife was doing coke, doing
In the
drugs in the
courtroom.
courtroom.
Yes.
She But no, a lot of people said it allegedly. But a lot of people said it.
But she probably was hitting that junk like a little one too.
She probably was.
Here's a question: why was that court case so relevant? Like, why did anybody care?
I don't know.
I mean, I love Johnny Depp
Because it's shining light on men being.
What you gotta listen to Straight Talk No
abused.
Chase because they highlighted, but
that's
they was talking about
A
what
plug. I appreciate it.
I mean,
I heard they dope as hell.
It was.
they are
It was relevant.
and
Because like every time I see it on social media, I be like, so.
So what?
I like Johnny Depp though, so I was
Because
interested
he
in
was being physically abused.
Allegedly.
Johnny Depp weird as
No,
fuck.
he won.
Like,
Very weird.
It wasn't alleged. He
he
won.
look like he supposed to get beat up. Like,
See, I'm about to say numerous times.
She admitted to what she was beating him.
Yeah, it wasn't no alleged.
She was beating him.
she was beating Edward Scissorhands. She's whooping
Oh,
his
I
ass.
thought he was beating on her.
No.
She said it first.
No,
And-
she flipped it.
Until the recordings came.
She was
That's why he
fucking
sued.
him
Sis
up.
was beating on
Girl,
Johnny Depp.
Johnny Depp ain't number 5'8" and
I saw him.
100 and something pounds.
She was beating him like she was Blackbeard.
I'm done with you.
She's fucking him up.
I can't.
She pooped on his pillow while he was in the bed.
No, I ain't for no feces.
See,
but
I didn't watch
It
the
wasn't feces play. She abused him and then told him that nobody was gonna believe him.
well, I mean, this ain't nothing new. This is like back when Jason Kidd's wife was beating the shit out of him. I mean, she was right hooking his ass.
Oh my
He
gosh.
couldn't cross her over.
But I think that's why it was
Good
popular
day.
because he lost. Like, I'm a
didn't-
Pirates of the Caribbean.
Right, they didn't invite him
like,
back.
and they didn't invite him back. But he also said they tried to get him back for the next one. He was like, I will never go back.
Yeah.
But if you getting your ass beat and somebody say we stripping you, hell yeah, I wouldn't go back. If I was getting beat.
Let me tell you something. Ain't no way in this world. Ain't no way in this world. Somebody gonna shit on my pillow and then tell somebody about it. You got me fucked up.
I don't condone violence, but
You gonna wipe
yeah,
your
you gotta
ass.
if you gotta
What
shake her real
kind
quick.
of sick person
Nah, that's something.
conjures up but you conjure up a turd. And you shit on somebody's pillow. Did she leave it there or did she like shit on it and then wipe it up?
She left it there.
That's disgusting.
Why would she wipe it up?
Because a smear sometimes says more than the actual turd.
Have a good day.
Me.
So final thoughts because I'm
New
not
topic.
doing this. I'm not doing this.
A smear? I'm never
Come
gonna
on,
use that word
man.
ever again.
Listen,
You
listen.
talked about me about
Listen.
Cat Burglar, but you gonna say a smear of poop?
Let me make a point. If you had a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, it's better if you smeared the peanut butter and
not gonna look at peanut
smeared
butter the
the
same.
jelly.
I'm not.
Rather than plopping
You can't smear poop, period.
peanut butter
kinda
and
can't
plopping
smear
jelly.
poop.
It needs to be equally smeared across.
No, because
The fact that you said smeared
Yeah.
10 times in less than 5 minutes, it's not okay with
I'm
me.
team
smear
smeared.
is
You got
out.
me
We are
fucked up.
banning the word smear.
Smeared can't be bad. It's a part of everyday life. We smear on an everyday basis.
No, we don't.
We do. We
I have
smear
not
soap on our
smeared-
bodies.
No, I don't smear. Who is smearing? Then you not clean. Cause if you just
Smear.
ever so gently,
So you just
wipe it-
swear and just watch.
No, you smear and you work up a lather. Like, come on, we black people, we clean ourselves.
Yeah, so we don't smear.
I don't
I'm
smear
not saying
myself.
With a washcloth.
But I'm just.
That's what he said. That's what he said.
People that lack melanin clean
They don't wash
differently.
their legs.
I'm getting stressed out.
People, that's wild.
I'm good.
I don't
I'm
know what I
good.
would do if I walked in the bathroom without a washcloth.
No, that white people do wash themselves with no washcloth.
They just put soap on
They
their
just
hands.
put soap on their hands and
That's
then rub
like eating
themselves
cinnamon
down.
toast without the crunch.
White girl, baby.
She didn't have no. She didn't own any.
No, so white people know he's right. So I went to spend a weekend at my old coworker's house. Like a group of us got together. He actually went out and bought because one of my friends said the same thing. She was like, "Bet you he won't have no washcloths there." So we looked at his cupboard, no washcloths. He had brand new washcloths sitting by the sink for us. He didn't own a washcloth at all.
So my thing is, you pick up this whole bar of soap and wipe your whole body with this soap, in between the crack of your ass with
Yes.
this soap, on your face with this soap, and then the next person comes behind you and do it. 'Cause
Why do
everybody
you
here-
think we have a lot of diseases?
That's,
You gotta use your hands.
You gotta cup it with
what's-
your hands.
No, what's scary is that they use body wash, and you doing that without the fucking.
They lather it,
You
and
been,
then they kind of smear it.
They
They
smear.
smear it.
No, that's not smearing.
They smear it.
No, that's not smearing. That's doing sign language in the booty.
So I just Googled the definition of smear because I knew you was using it wrong.
Okay, guys, we would like to thank you for
Oh
watching.
no, you're not gonna cut her off.
No, you're not
You're not gonna cut her off.
because you
And-
can't smear and smear me out this conversation.
Sir.
It's a smear campaign.
But I'm not going to be.
I can't.
I'm not going to be fact checked. Fuck that.
Fact check. She's our fact checker. She's assigned.
It says to coat or mark something messily or carelessly with a greasy or sticky substance.
I mean, that could be relevant to what he's saying, though.
It was very relevant to what I was saying.
Or to damage the reputation of someone by false accusations.
Very relevant.
So we don't smear our body
She
wash.
did
We don't
both by
smear
shitting in his
our
pillow.
we don't smear
Yes,
our body wash on.
she did, but we don't smear our body
We
wash.
don't smear our body wash.
no, we don't.
You can put body wash on messily.
No, Dante said he smears his body.
Yeah, he did. He did say that.
I mean, I clean my body.
Not if you're smearing.
Smearing.
But next topic, because
No more smear.
no.
Freedom. Freedom.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Oh, look, it's smeared. That's
that's what I'm just like. Okay, so for final thoughts, I don't smear my body.
no, sir.
I lather and wash.
Wow.
And gun violence or just school shootings, I'm not even sure where we can even begin because at this point I feel like there's more guns than people on the street. So how do we control it?
Yeah.
How do we fix it?
Amen.
And then as far as like mental health issues, like listen people, it's okay to say you're not okay. Like literally if you reach one, teach one, reach out to a friend that you can trust and talk about it. And for me, I went to BetterHelp, and it's an online app. Got me a therapist. They have financial aid. If you don't have the money, there's help out there that you can get. Do not suffer in silence. As far as the pandemic, at the end of the day, it was rough, but I did find love. I found a new job. I got some great friends. Like I'm living my rich auntie life, and I'm enjoying myself thoroughly. I don't know what else we had. What else we talk about?
That's it. Courtney,
Oh yeah, there we go.
Jasmine pretty much said it all, but yes, definitely put yourself first in any situation that is hindering your mental health. I guess that's it. Oh, we're wearing black-owned companies.
Yes,
Definitely.
And we are going to strive to wear a black-owned company in every episode. So if anyone wants to donate or if we could purchase some more black-owned company clothing, we will definitely do so. Do we want to shout out who we're wearing or not?
Yeah, I definitely think we should.
God is dope. Atlanta, Georgia.
Yes.
Great clothing line, Washington, D.C.
Serve Fresh. I don't know where y'all are, but y'all are dope, and I've been rocking with y'all from the beginning.
Oh, she did a campaign.
Amen.
I have Billionaire Boys Club on and Yeezy Gap. All right.
Well, thank you. This has been Talking
you.
Black.
Yes, man. Make sure you like and
Talking
subscribe,
Black.
bitch.
Oh,
Team Schmear.
shit. Like and subscribe.
Freedom.
Who said
Freedom. Freedom over fame.